Thank you. That's awesome. They're sick. So first off, I really enjoyed the 2 episodes of Resident Advisors, and I think one of the great things is how great the writing is. It's really funny writing. Was that one of the elements that attracted both of you to the project?
Absolutely. You know, it's pretty rare that a seven episode show you get to read every episode, like they have the script ready to go. And so you get to see like the full evolution of the entire story, the relationship developing. You get to hear all the jokes, and it's really specific. So that was certainly one of the major draws.
For me, I didn't go to college, so I wanted to have some college memories, so I signed on.
Nice. You know, is it an exciting time? It's an exciting time for a viewer, but as for actors as well, with all this digital content, so many ways to actually stream and watch content. For you as actors, do you see a lot more opportunities and different avenues, whether it's television, film, but now with streaming and this kind of content?
Yeah, there's a ton more, right? I mean, with Netflix and Hulu and all these things
Crackle.
You can do.
I mean, the list goes on.
YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe not YouTube.
Yahoo, I think, is doing
does
original
Yahoo do
content.
original?
Yeah,
yeah,
we're only here to talk about Hulu.
Oh yeah, Hulu.
Yeah.
I watch all the shows on Hulu.
What was it like? So this shot last year at Emerson. What was that like? That 7 episode shoot. Is it a breakneck kind of pace? What's the production like?
It's pretty miraculous that we were able to accomplish it. But it was 2.5 days per episode, so it was 18 days total. It was brutal.
And I was so lucky that I got to shoot all mine in 9 days in a row.
It was pretty
dialogue. It was a lot. But we did it, and it was so fun because we were all just like...
Yeah. And I feel like there's something pretty magical when, you know you don't have the luxury of time, and like you're in the heat of the moment, and I think some really cool things happen in terms of being in the scene.
Yeah, it's like you're in battle. Yeah. and really, there's not like studios and all these people like you have to do this, so we kind of do what we want.
Yeah.
Like, it was a blast.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Is there a key for you guys as actors to really nail down comedic timing, especially when there is a time crunch, but within that time crunch there is kind of a creative freedom within that space as well? What was the key for you guys just to get all the comic timing right?
I think for the comic timing and all that stuff, to get it right, we had Ira Ungerkleiter, however you say his last name. Thankfully, he was the showrunner and the director and all that stuff. So, and he's from Friends and all these other huge shows. So he's the backbone to all that.
He knew what he needed. Yeah, but let's be real. We had a lot of comedic veterans on the show, and Andrew Batch and Alison Rich. Graham. There were so many funny people that were involved. It kind of just worked.
Well, you've tackled a lot of genres during your career. How has the comedy genre been for you? And did you learn a lot through this experience with a lot of veterans?
She's hilarious and adorable.
Thing. Thank you. It's probably one of the most challenging genres. And I think a friend of mine said it best when it comes to drama. It's, you're like, it's easier to emotionally get to those states for me, but in terms of comedy, like to make it light and to real and really be in the moment and to improv, it's just a whole other beast. It's hard.
And she nailed it.
It's fun. Thank you.
Well, for you, what's the key to, I guess it's an easy kind of fix if you're an actor, but what's the easy way to not laugh at a really funny line? Because there's a lot of memorable lines just from the 2 episodes I've seen. So it must be, I guess you guys are pros, so.
Yeah, we're pros. That's how you do it. No, you laugh. You totally laugh, and then you just have to do another take.
It's okay to laugh.
Thankfully, you get to just do it again. But I guess the repetitiveness of it, you kind of stop laughing.
But then also, it kind of just works for the scene. Like, so those moments will be kept in.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's the great thing about like spontaneity in these scenes. Did I say that word?
I don't know. Spontaneity. We'll check on it.
I guess with Party Down and Sucker Punch, you guys have been involved in shows and films that over the years it just continues its momentum and people love it so much more as the years progress. Just individually, what's it like to be kind of in a way when that project comes out, it doesn't get the love it kind of deserves, but over the years it just that there's kind of a groundswell.
People start to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun to be a part of shows like that with like kind of the cult following and stuff, and people finally kind of seeing it later. I don't know if I had an end to that thought.
With Sucker Punch.
I was just thinking about Sucker Punch. I was like,
I know a lot of cinephiles who really love Sucker Punch, you know.
You know, it's one of those movies that you probably have to watch twice. Like, it kind of bends reality, and it goes into, like, different dimensions of the world and, like, the mental state. So it's kind of complicated. But, you know, yeah, if you're there to watch it and, like, really critique it, it's not going to work. But if you just enjoy it for what it is, you can go on for the ride.
My final question to you guys is, when people come with you for advice on acting and how to either break in the business or work on their craft, what kind of advice do you give? And I'm sure you give different advice to different people during, you know, when they're in a different stage of their lives as well. So
I think it's all life experience as well as exposure. You know, if you're just starting off, I think it's so important to, like, be on a set to kind of get the hang of how things roll. You know, take the classes, read the books, watch as many movies as you can. But it really is like life experience, because everyone brings their unique self into a specific role. So it can be completely different from someone else's take. I think it's just important to, like, be yourself, have the experience.
Totally. Sleep with everyone.
Yes.
Right, for you, Ryan, with your years of television work is a big part of that element. Just knowing how to collaborate with all different departments throughout the production, you know, to make it a really great marriage throughout the experience.
What was the question?
Just collaborating with different people over the years in different shows. Is that a big key to your success as an actor? Just successful collaboration with directors, with the actors.
You're not talking about sleeping with people.
Not the sleeping.
Oh, right.
Because those are just rumors.
Those are just rumors. I think it's one of the best things, is because even with Ira, who directed and was a showrunner for this, I've worked with him on a few other projects, and I just getting to work with the same people. I think it brings, like, I'm so much more comfortable, they're so much more comfortable, therefore you can have so much more fun and be creative that way. So I love being able to work with the same kind of people all the time.
I don't get to work with this. What does that say about me?
That means no.
Oh.
And lastly, how would you describe this comedy? Because it's a really kind of madcap, kind of really fun, witty, kind of blends a lot of things together.
So I'll say a word and then you say a word.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Sexy.
Crazy.
Drugs.
Experimental.
Anal.
Yeah.
Full throttle.
Full throttle.
There you go.
Thank you for your time. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.